So I want to just start off by saying that my friend's brother is extremely creative and added stuff to this campaign that I ended up adoring. I just wish this story hadn't soured his experience as a GM and my experience playing with them. Okay, so all characters in this are level 5. So I'm a chaotic neutral druid. My friend is a lawful evil fighter. The GM PC is chaotic evil sorcerer. And the other characters in the story is a chaotic evil rogue and a neutral evil ranger. At this time, my friend and I have been spoiled for a while with a really good group of people for D&D 3.5 and was looking for new groups and new experiences. That's when my friend's brother decided to run a campaign. At this time, GM was a teenager in full cringe mode. He loved bad guys and the anti-heroes. Session starts and all of us, except the GM PC, is in prison. Immediately, I start asking the usual questions. What can I see and hear/smell? What's in my cell? What's on my person? And GM answers every question with nothing. My friend and I let this slide because he's a new GM. A few rounds pass before the doors bust wide open and the guard that was somehow right next to me gets obliterated by a magic missile. Now enters the sorcerer to save us all. Once again, I'm letting the fact that I could have touched the guard, and yet I didn't know he was there, slide. This is where I begin to hate this campaign. We get some stuff and begin our way out of the castle, killing everything in our path. Once we reach the courtyard, we begin the most sporadic combat and looting I've ever experienced in my time with RPGs. We are all selfish, evil characters running around killing things and immediately looting the dead in combat before the other party members could get to it. The fighter and I are the only ones focusing on combat and keeping the party members safe. Meanwhile, the rogue is looting everything in sight and the ranger is leading enemies to the fighter so he can loot whatever the fighter kills. It was at this point I was done with the campaign. GM was all for the sporadic combat and competitive nature of the party. I saved my wolf and ran away. I thought of myself just like everyone else. GM wasn't going to let me leave and started making up a whole bunch of reasons for me to stop. At one point, he said that I tripped and broke my leg because I was running through thick brush. But then I showed him a trait that I had which contradicted that statement. In the end, I left the group. The campaign continued for 6 more sessions and I was told that my character ended up becoming one of the main antagonists of the story. Evil campaigns don't work, especially with chaotic evil. Can you imagine a party of all jokers? I mean, nothing would get done and everyone is just going to end up backstabbing each other. I'm surprised that they lasted 6 sessions like this. But anywho, what do you guys think about evil campaigns?